Tune here. I'm trying to get all this done super early. I've got a mess working around here today, but don't look around me. It's my own mess going on. This morning I wanted to talk to you about starting this cleanse on Monday. So I've been on YouTube and Instagram talking about doing a cleanse where I'm going to go live in here every day talking about the process, teaching you exactly what I'm doing to cleanse my body in order to heal my autoimmune disease. And we're going to roll through it just a day at a time, adding a piece at a time. And today is just kind of a setup for that, so you can begin to set your body and set yourself up for success, because I think that's really important. So that's basically what today is. I'll be back in here again this afternoon. All of this is going to be logged under the heading Heal Your Autoimmune Disease. So when you come back looking for these videos, that's where you'll come inside my channel under the playlist Heal Your Autoimmune Disease. So make sure you like and subscribe. And the first place we're going to start, so what we're going to talk about first is water. Drink, right? If we're trying to cleanse the body and get all the toxins and get the junk out and get everything moving, this becomes vital, right? A clean source of water. Either, you're buying bottled water, and I'm talking about, a clean source. Make sure you know where the source came from, because like Coca-Cola bottles water, I think Dasani is one of theirs. I would never drink that, because the water itself, it's not from a clean source, and they're just kind of repurposing it and mineralizing it and putting their own junk into it. I go over to Whole Foods. I take my big gigantic jugs. I've got like the big 5-gallon buckets or whatever they are, and I've got a couple 1-gallon ones, and I'll show you all this stuff this afternoon. 45 cents a gallon. You can get deionized water, or I'm trying to think of the other name for it. I'll have all that for you this afternoon. But you just go in there, and 45 cents a gallon, you can fill all your water jugs up. Make sure they're PABA free. Make sure they're good jugs themselves. I do have a few glass ones I use also, so make sure you've got good things in that regard. But this is where you start every morning, drinking probably a quart of water right off the bat. We're starting to try and really hydrate the body, get the water in there, get everything flowing again. So when we start to clean the colon, I've got actually some colon cleansers I'm going to recommend you get. When we actually start cleaning the colon, that's where this water is going to make it much, much easier, right? So healing the gut means cleaning it out. It means quit putting the stuff in that's harming you, cleaning out the stuff that's probably stuck and gunked up in there. Good way to start. So I'm going to show you everything I use, all the products this afternoon. I'm going to have them all lined up so you can see everything. I'll roll through all of it so it's really clear. And then the process itself will start on Monday. One of the things I did, or I've already done, is I measured the other day, right? Use a measuring tape, hit your waist, and I'll go through this afternoon too. Exactly what I measured, so you can see. I'm going to be really transparent with all of this. You can see exactly where I measured, what I was looking at, and why I was measuring there. We just want something to track. I don't own a scale anymore. I quit getting on a scale a long time ago. But I'm actually questioning maybe I should get one, so that can be another number to track. Important, not important, I don't know. I have a personal training background, so I have my calipers, and I was going to do my body fat, and I was like, I can do a body fat just to have numbers to look at, and it's kind of what I used them for in the gym too. I found out a long time ago, when you're dealing with body fat, and especially with women with autoimmune disease, sometimes what we're measuring isn't fat. And it's not anyway, but a lot of times we're doing a pinch, right? A pinch test, and you've got a lot of inflammation trapped in the cells of your body. So, we're not just pinching fat, we're pinching also, the tissue and all the inflammation in there. So I don't know, to me that just can be kind of disconcerting. I think what I was playing with the other day was like from the pubic bone all the way up to the belly button, and pinching that area right in there, because my gut has blown out so big in the last probably 3 weeks with some stress load I was under. And I found that really interesting. And even my sides just like all of a sudden went like right over my hip bones. And so I'll be interested. And actually what I'm curious about is how fast it'll come back down. So that part, that's actually just a curiosity of mine. So I was kind of interested with that. But so take some measurements, do some weighing. You want some numbers going into it just to, watch, to give us something to gauge coming back out. And then a list of symptoms. Sit down and write out a list of symptoms. So you want measurements and you want a list of symptoms. What are you fighting with? What are you struggling with? And I think I would even go so far as to say maybe put them all on a scale of 1 to 10. Like rate them. How bad are they on a daily basis? Is it limiting your lifestyle? I'll give you all this stuff this afternoon. On a scale of 1 to 10, is it limiting your lifestyle? Is it just annoying? Is it literally stopping your daily flow of life? If it's any of those kind of things, like it's a good thing to know, so that way we can judge it and see where you're at later on. I'm just jotting that down really quick. All right, so, and I'll have that chart for you. I'm actually going to have some downloads you can grab. I'm going to make some little PDFs to this, so there'll be some downloads you can grab going into this. I was trying to write the word irritating and I can't spell it. All right, irritating. So you'll have that for access also. Let me think, what else are we going to have here? So I'll have all of the products I'm using. That was the other thing. All the products that I'm going to use going into this, I'll be posting this afternoon so you can see where I'm getting those from. I found some good sales on colon cleansers yesterday that if you jump in before those end, that'll probably be really good. But I'm going to try and keep this super simple so that it's not a lot of products. It's just stuff we can use naturally that we can get easily either at the grocery store, at the health food store, or even grow our own. So I grow a ton of my own herbs, and that's going to be a part of this, is eating some good stuff, getting some good value, some good stuff back in there to build up that gut biome and try and get everything healthier. All right, so starting points: drinking more water. When you're drinking your water, make sure you're thinking something positive. Get your mindset up there, right? Think about something you like. Make your system feel really good. That feeling, that good feeling inside your system when you're drinking water is going to help the water get through your system better and easier. It's going to make the whole process easier. And that's going to be something we're going to actually be working on through this process, is mindset and getting some of the clutter out of our heads. So think something positive, drink your water. We're also going to be working on movement. So 15 minutes of movement every morning just to get your joints moving, get everything flowing, and get that synovial fluid around the joints, get it moving through there. Sometimes what happens when we're so inflamed, the joints lock up, right? We've got so much inflammation inside the joints themselves, they get really stiff and sticky. So we want to start moving those and getting those moving again. And then, I don't know, just like keeping it going. The progress is going to be what you decide to do. And so that's the goal, is having a place to come back to every day, having a place to come back and see, okay, what did I do today? What was I looking at? What were my journal notes? How's this feeling? How is this going? Where am I stuck? So you can also ask me questions. We'll probably do a few, I guess I can go live on here. I was thinking in Facebook, when you go live, you can actually see a stream of what people are talking about. So we can go live in there and actually do a question and answer session. And I think that would probably be really good at some point. So we'll be doing some of those things also. Yeah, so starting points: get some water, start hydrating. We go Monday for however long it takes, and I'll have that protocol set up for you this afternoon, so you'll see exactly what you need and where we're starting. It'll be starting with actually cleansing the intestines. So we're just going to start emptying everything out of there. There will be some parasite cleansing going on, so we'll talk about that and what all that entails. But it'll be systematic. And then when I talk, here's how I actually came to this. Let me tell you that story real quick. The reason I'm doing this is because I was on a call the other day with, it was Jonathan Odo and his Autoimmune Secrets. So I'm in a group with those guys. that Jonathan Odo runs because of his Autoimmune Secret Project. So he did this cool documentary series that you can go look up and grab. You can get in on that. And he has doctors come in periodically, and you can get in on a call with him and ask him questions. So he had Dr. Newsom the other day. I was so excited. I've met Dr. Newsom before at a Truth About Cancer event. So I got to get on a call and actually ask him some questions and talk to him for a second about what was going on and what he thought I could do. And he literally was just like, here, boom, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. And just gave me a protocol to follow. And I was like, oh, and he goes, just know it's going to probably take about 2 years to heal your gut totally up. That's about what it takes. He goes, with clients that come in, he goes, you have some different things going on and you've had a lot of stuff in the past. But he goes, probably about 2 years to totally get the gut itself to heal. I've already stopped a ton of my symptoms, and I can, when the inflammation comes back into my system, some of them come back up, but some of them have never come back up. So knowing that it's an inflammation issue and keeping the inflammation low in your body makes a huge difference. And so he's basically given me another way, and really like a little hammer it, and we're going to just go hardcore after it, way to get the inflammation out of the body and then keep it out of the body and heal the gut so that it doesn't keep going into the response. The cells of my body seem to remember the stress load. I got myself into a huge stressy mess the other day, really stressed out. And the stress load is what triggered me back into this response. So keeping the stress load under control, which is what I do, I work at that all the time, especially with other people, was really interesting to me that triggered me back into the response. But he's given me another way. He goes, obviously your gut's still leaking, right? Or all this other swelling wouldn't have occurred. And so he gave me a way to heal it up. So that's what we're going to do. I'm excited about that. Anyway, so you're starting with water. Drink some water. I want you to sit down and write out your list of symptoms. What are the symptoms you're coming up against? I'll give you a scale to rate it with tonight or this afternoon, so you'll have that to look at. And then I also want you to write your why. Why are you doing this? It's a really important piece that will help you keep going through the process. Your why should include your end goal. Take a look down through time for a couple, either months, even, a year. What is the end goal that you want out of this? Whether it's a look, like a physical body look, what do you want your body to look like? How do you want to feel? What do you want to be doing? What is your life limited in right now? What is it that you can't do that you want to be doing? Because it could be that thing. That could be your why. This is why I want to do this. I want to finally heal my body so I can. So you can what? What would you like to go do? Important pieces. So I want you to look at that, write that out, get a journal, and we're just going to start keeping track of all this stuff. So for today, right now anyway, get some water in, throw some lemon juice or apple cider vinegar in there, and I will see you again this afternoon, and we will just keep rolling through this. All right, thank you for being here. Like and subscribe to Mind Rewire. It's Christy Mattoon, Mind Rewire, all one word. And the playlist is going to be Heal Your Autoimmune Disease. And we're going to go in hardcore. All right, thanks for being here.